So the concept behind shared and exclusive lock is, it has been felt that if any other transaction, suppose one transaction is going on and that transaction is updating the data item value. Now suppose other transaction just want to read the value. It does not want to write the value or update the value. It just want to see the value. Then what uh, what will happen if I will allow it to see the value? It can't do any damage to that unless and until the transaction wants to write some value. Okay, so here that concept resulted into this shared and exclusive lock. Means the binary lock is too restrictive for data items because at most one transaction can hold on a given item, whether the transaction is reading or writing. So in both the cases, it gets hold on the data item. For it may hold the item for a long time. So to improve it, we have shared and exclusive locks in which more than one transaction can access the same item for reading purposes. That is, the read operation on the same item by different transactions are not conflicting. So we can allow that transaction to read the data item. So in these types of lock, systems support two kinds of lock. The first is exclusive, which is also called write locks, and shared, which is also called read locks. So if any read lock is there on a data item, then other transaction can read that data value. But if any data item has been locked by write lock, then uh, other transaction cannot uh, maybe either read or write. So that is exclusive. That transaction has have exclusively locked that data item, means it wants to write it, so it will not allow anyone to look into it. But if anyone is only reading that data item, then in that case it can allow many more transactions to read the same. So that is the concept behind it, read and write. So shared lock, if a transaction Ti has locked the data item A in shared mode, then a request from another transaction Tj on data item A for write operation on A denied. Write operation cannot be allowed. Transaction Tj has to wait until transaction Ti unlock item A. But read operation will be allowed. In exclusive, both will be denied. So if a transaction Ti has locked a data item A in exclusive mode, then a request from some another transaction Tj for read operation on A will be denied, and for write operation on A will also be denied. So if any transaction have locked the data item exclusively, then any operation will not be allowed, whether that operation is read or write. No operation will be allowed. But if any transaction have locked the data item in shared mode, then read operation will be allowed, but write operation will not be allowed. So operations used with shared and exclusive locks. So read lock A, or we can write shared A. Then do second operation, write lock A means exclusive. exclusive of A. Then unlock X or U here A. This is unlock. So implementation of shared and exclusive locks. Shared and exclusive locks are implemented using 4 fields. What are those 4 fields? The first one is data item name, which item is to be locked. Then lock, this lock field, then number of records and locking transactions. Let us see. So again, to save space, items that are not in the lock table are considered to be unlocked. So first of all, any transaction will check in the table whether that data item is in lock table. If it is not there, a data item is not in that table, means it is unlocked, it is in unlocked state. But if any data item is in table, then it means it is in locked state. The system maintains only those records for the items that are currently locked in the lock table. So value of lock A, read locked or write locked. So lock A can have these value, read locked or write locked. Then if lock A is write locked, the value of locking transaction is a single transaction that holds the exclusive lock on A. So if it is write locked, then no one can access that. That is exclusive. If lock A is read locked, the value of locking transaction is a list of one or more transactions that hold the shared read on A. It means more than one transaction can issue read lock for data item A. Suppose two transactions are reading any data item, the balance amount in balance amount in any account, then both will issue read log. Means the third transaction will also be allowed to read that data item. But if any transaction is updating the data item, suppose he have to change the value in the balance amount, then it will issue write log. Then only that data item will be open for writing or updating. So in that case, it will be exclusive lock and no other transaction will be allowed to either read it or write it. So that is the meaning of this read lock or write lock. Now, transaction rules for shared and exclusive locks. Every transaction must obey the following rules. What are they? A transaction T must issue the operation SA, means shared A, or read lock A, or XA or write lock A before any read A operation is performed in T. The second one, a transaction T must issue the operation XA or write lock A before any write A operation is performed in T. So it is very clear that if anyone wants to write the data item or it wants to update the data item, then in that case it have to issue the exclusive lock. So XA means exclusive or write lock A. Then third one, after completion of all read or write operation in T, in transaction, a transaction T must issue an unlock operation. It is very obvious that if our aim is fulfilled, I have completed all the reading, I have completed all the writing on the data item, then we must unlock that data item. Very much clear. Next rule, if a transaction already holds a read lock or write lock on item A, then T will not issue an unlock operation. So if any transaction is already have put a lock on item A, then any transaction cannot unlock it until that transaction itself unlock it. A transaction that already holds a lock on item A is allowed to convert that lock from one state to another, the lock from one locked state to another under certain condition. Suppose any transaction is holding any type of lock on item A, then that transaction may be allowed to convert the type of lock. Means if it has mm, it has the right of a shared lock, then he may be allowed to have the exclusive lock in case no one else is accessing that data item. That is the condition. And if anyone is holding the exclusive lock, then any time it can change it to shared lock. So changing it to shared lock means it has completed all the writing, all the updation, and now it wants that anyone else, or it is allowing anyone else to access that data item. So it will change it from exclusive to shared, or write to read. That is the rule.